Good morning and welcome to the 10th of August. It's a morning that's supposed to bring us later on thunderstorms and other things, but at the moment it's quite still and bright. Today we celebrate St. Lawrence. St. Lawrence was one of the deacons of the church in Rome, which means that he was charged with the responsibility of distributing alms of relief to the poor. He was the deacon in the 250s at a time when the church was experiencing very severe persecution, where many people who were Christians, particularly Christian leaders, were being persecuted to the point of martyrdom. And he took that role in Rome at that time, although he had originally come from Spain. His boss was Sixtus the Pope, Sixtus the Bishop of Rome, who himself was martyred at this time for his Christian faith. And the simplest story of Lawrence's martyrdom was that he was martyred in that same series of martyrdoms. The more exotic account, but one that persists in ancient times and has a noble heritage, was when the emperor, who knew that Lawrence was responsible for the money and the distribution of money to the poor, asked for the treasures of the church. Lawrence produced the poor people he was helping, those who were destitute, the orphans, widows, those with nothing. And he said, "Here are the treasures of the church," emphasizing the fact that something that has run through Christianity from the very beginning, and something that Christianity in a way gave to the world, and certainly to the Western world, that those who are poor and in need, those who are vulnerable, refugees, people seeking asylum, people who have nothing, are worthy of being honoured, respected, and helped. It's said that Lawrence's attitude provoked a more painful death than he might have had, but that he went to this death cheerfully, knowing he was following the way of Christ. I think there are two things I would draw from Lawrence's story. Firstly, there have been, are, and will be times when Christians will suffer because of their faith. And that sometimes happens in our country, and it often happens throughout the world, and we see instances of this in parts of our world even this week. So that's the first thing. Christianity does carry with it, because it's in some ways countercultural, a danger that it will cause persecution. But then secondly, the thing that I want to hold on to is that attitude that Lawrence showed. And this can be showed to the poor, to the sick, to the needy, and as I said, to refugees and to those who are perhaps fleeing persecution. And that is that these people are a precious gift given to us by God, and that we must do what we can to help them. So whether it's victims of the explosion in Beirut, or of the terrible, terrible humanitarian disaster in the Yemen, or wherever we find those who are in need, God calls us to do something to help them and to improve their lot. May God bless us in being courageous in our faith and being prophetic in the way in which we care for those who are in need.